Hey everybody, I'm Christy Wilhelmi from Gardenerd. I'm at my community garden plot today to talk about lima beans. Now, I know for some people lima beans are like not that interesting or not that appealing, but if I say butter beans, that might make a difference. The truth is, lima beans or butter beans, however you want to call them, they're also called sieva beans and wax beans and a couple of other things. Whatever you want to call them, they are delicious, either fresh or dried. And this video is going to show you how and when to harvest them. The first thing to know about lima beans is that they need a trellis, and if you haven't grown them before, you might experience them as living a long time. If you live in a warm winter climate, they can live for like a year and a half. I've grown Christmas lima beans and actually broke a digging fork trying to dig out a year and a half old trunk. It had gotten about 4 inches in diameter, so you can treat it as a perennial in warm winter climates in many places. This is a Carolina sieva lima bean or butter bean. It has some beans that are ready to pick, some that are still very, very green, and some that are in between. Let me show you what to look for depending on when you want to harvest it. Come on. Let's start first with dry beans. How to know when to pick those. All right, a couple of these here. This is great. So now these pods are still a little bit soft because it's early morning and they haven't had the sun on them yet today, but you can hear when they're ready, they rattle. And most of the green or all of the green will be off the pod. It's best to leave them on until all of the green is gone. And when you crunch them, the pod, it should crisp and crackle, like, whoop, like that. And when you open the pod, they should also be, the beans should be dry. Right now, I can push on this and it makes a dent with my finger. So these aren't really ready to pick. It's a good idea to pick in the afternoon because that's when they've had the sun on them all day and they will have dried out as much as possible. Any beans that have markings on them or discoloration, don't save those. So these beans aren't quite ready. You can make a thumbnail imprint in them. If you do end up picking them early, it's okay. Just lay them out somewhere in a warm, maybe sunny location and let them dry completely. You want them to be brittle, like you could break a bean, rather than it accepting a dent from your thumb. With dry beans, if you leave them on the vine a little too long, the pods will start to crack open, as you can see in this picture. And if you leave them really too long, the pods will shatter and start to corkscrew. And the beans may fall onto the ground and you may have volunteers next year. Now let's move on to harvesting them fresh because they're really delicious and a completely different bean when you harvest them fresh. When you do that, you want to pick the pods that are green and feel full. So I'm gonna pick this one. It's way over there. This pod looks full on the outside. It has a thickness. You can see the beans forming in the pod. See, like that. But is it actually ready to pick? Let's see. Is it very full on the inside? Let's find out. Oh, it is. They've already started to turn colors. They're really beautiful. I really love these beans. Pretty. Lima bean pods are thick, so it's sometimes kind of hard to tell whether they're full or not, but you can use this trick of light to help you along the way. If you hold the pod up to the sun, you'll be able to see through the pod and see the beans shadowing in silhouette. If it's too early, they'll look like this. And if it's just right, they'll look like this. You want to look for no space between the beans or almost touching. Whether you prefer your lima beans or butter beans, fresh or dry, there are all kinds of recipes for them out there. You'll even find one for each on gardenerd.com. So go there and check it out. Also, we have another video on how to shell and prepare your beans for dry storage on the shelf. If you like this video, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to find out when our next video comes online. Consider becoming a Patreon subscriber to support all the free stuff that we do here at Gardenerd, and of course you'll find tons of information on gardenerd.com and in my books, Grow Your Own Mini Fruit Garden, Gardening for Geeks, and check out my novel, Garden Variety. Happy gardening!